For me, this manifests in giving my intuition and power over to other people far too often without me even realizing it. So, we are talking about why we stop feeling alive. And for me, I can find that I stop feeling alive whenever I am constantly in a state of trying to fix myself to get something that I think that I want, when really it's just a feeling that I'm after and I don't need to fix myself at all. And I think this is part of my Chiron, which I think in the last video I said the house my Chiron is in. It's actually in the sixth house. My North Node is in the fourth house. I was looking at like those two. So I got them confused, but look at the themes around your Chiron and what house it's in and what sign it's in, and that might pinpoint you as to where you could easily stop feeling alive and like cut yourself off a little bit. But for me personally, I get in these states where I feel like I need to fix myself to get the goals that I'm after. Like something about my energy isn't right. And I put all of my energy onto other people, such as like listening to podcasts, but listening to them like almost on the edge of my seat. Like, oh my gosh, whenever I get this moment of inspiration or like that one piece of advice, it's all gonna click. I'm gonna be able to quantum jump and change my situation. Like, that's sort of the energy I can sense underlying it. And it's not just like I just want to listen to this because they're having a good conversation and it's like interesting. I'm like literally on the edge of my seat waiting to hear what is being said. And I'm writing some Substack articles as I'm doing this series, this Alive series, because it kind of helps me thought dump before I come on to here. I want to mention there are two different ways you can work with me. You can book a call just for all things YouTube related, any questions you want to ask, or you could book a month-long experience with me where I create a 30-day creative visibility challenge for you and support you through it. I'll have voice note support throughout the entire 30 days. There will also be a midway call and a post challenge call to sort of wrap everything up and see what you've learned, what would be next, and all that stuff for you. So if you're interested in any of those things, they will be linked down below. But here's the thing. I think I'm just gonna read some from this. No, no, Miss Kitty, not right now. We'll cuddle later. um, there's a line between receiving value that simply alters your perspective and feeling like going into it feeling lack as though you have something that you need to fill with information. Like, that's the change up for me, is like, oh, I feel lack and I feel like listening to someone that I admire or conversations that seem cool will fill the lack that I feel and like give me the answer to something. And that's really me just giving my own intuition away to other people when I shouldn't be doing that. The opposite of believing that you always need to fix yourself or improve is believing that you are already whole right now, but then where does that leave you? Are you worried that if you feel whole, that you'll never want to keep improving? Like, if I feel okay right now, there's this fear that I won't want to fix myself, but the wound is that I want to fix myself. What happens to your body if you perceive yourself as not wanting to get better or upgrade or shift? Like, that feels so scary to me. That feels so unlike me. Like, have always just been someone that like is, I want to do better. I want to build this. I want to do that. And it's like I'm tricking myself into believing that I can do it because I think I can fix my way there. And I just can't. I actually have to embody and identify and build capacity to there in a loving and secure and settled way and not feel like this lack. birds. They're like, yeah, you're using improvement as a safety mechanism to avoid facing the parts of yourself that you perceive to be bad. So if there's anything that's wrong with me, I can fix it. But that's not accepting what I perceive to be wrong. And recognizing that I actually don't need to fix the parts of myself that I feel like are wrong, which feels really weird to even say that. The only way, or constant improvement, the feeling of needing to constantly improve, is just another flavor of shame and lack of self-trust. It's just a flavor of shame to think that I can fix it. I can fix myself out of it. But the only way that you can fix shame is to truly accept the parts of yourself that you are trying to avoid. So by constantly improving, what are you trying to avoid within yourself? I think for me, I'm just going to continue reading what I've said because I said it so well. And if I start talking, I can get off on different spirals and lose the plot. Most of it is the avoidance of being stuck because you feel trapped or stuck. You feel trapped or stuck in something. So it's like, if I fully accept that I'm whole and complete now, will I stay stuck in a job I don't like and not shift jobs? Like, it's kind of that energy, or that's the fear, and why we keep, that's the fear under always trying to self-improve. But what if you are only trapped in the thought that you could be trapped somewhere? You're trapped in the thought that you could be stuck in this job. You're trapped in the thought that you could be stuck in the house. And maybe you're like, well, there's evidence that I'm stuck. I've wanted to leave for so long. There's blah, blah, blah. But there's still parts of you choosing that. So you have to look under what parts of yourself are still choosing that job. What benefits is it still providing you? Because that's why you're there. If it was really doing nothing for you, it would feel so easy to drop it. It would not be so important for you to leave if it was doing absolutely nothing for you. So look at what it is doing for you. When you know deep down, you are never truly stuck. You've just become scared of deciding differently. You've put too much importance on the fact that you perceive yourself to be stuck. You perceive yourself to be stuck. You are not stuck. You are not stuck. You don't need to fix yourself into being unstuck. This is like me to me, you know, and me to you, if you resonate. You've forgotten you are free to choose. You're free to break contracts. You're free to figure it out. You still think that you're less than because you haven't gotten what you want yet. And as long as you continue thinking that you're going to be more important when you get the thing that you desire, you better hope and pray that you don't get it, because you don't want to go through life thinking you're only important because you what? Made $1 million once? I want to feel like I made $1 million now. You'll never be able to hold the success you desperately want to mark yourself with, because you'll only move with scarcity into maintaining it. So now I can go off on my tangent because I still want to talk about somatically. How do you somatically feel? Like you're whole and complete, and you don't need to fix yourself into loving yourself. You need to love yourself, and then everything will kind of just fall into place and be fixed, because you won't need it to be fixed. You won't need the thing. The things that have helped me feel more alive, or recognize that these behaviors, constantly trying to fix myself, filling all my time with like self-improvement podcasts, and honestly, even just feeling like I'm doing something wrong if I'm not. Feeling like I'm wasting my time if I choose a fantasy book or choose to blare my music. Like, really just recognizing that no matter what I choose to do is the right thing, is the right way to get me on the frequency that I desire as long as I'm enjoying it. If I start playing music and I feel guilty because I'm not doing that mindset podcast that I said I was going to do for 30 days or whatever, that is actually like switching to that is not going to help me because that's not the fix. The fix is that I want to feel fun and alive playing music right then and there. And just to allow myself for that to be okay. And I know that might sound crazy. Like, you might think like, whoa, do you really think those things? Like, do you really think... it's not that I think that music is bad. It's not that I think that my books, like, I think all of these things are fun and exciting and they do help me feel alive. And there are plenty of days where I don't have that clinch where I'm like, I want to fix myself. Typically, when I feel like I need to fix myself, it's in periods of time where I feel and perceive myself to be failing at something. So if I'm not making the money I want, if I'm not pivoting the career that I want good enough, that's when all of these triggers will start to come up, and it'll be like, oh, I need a better mindset. I need a better routine. I need a better morning meditation. I need a better, like, fill in the blank. Like, I could be doing something better to get this. And it's not coming from a place of just genuine curiosity. And I really only want to operate from genuine curiosity, where I think that's part of the secret sauce to making me feel alive, and part somatically that actually helps me with that. So what I've been doing is doing things that literally have absolutely no stakes or no, like, aren't improving myself. Like, I wouldn't do them and initially think like, oh, I'm improving myself. Like, I'm doing the mindset work. I'm doing, like, I'm fixing. Yeah, I don't get into fixing mode with these things. And it naturally gets me feeling unstuck. But I really have to break it down. And it has to be so random. It has to be random. Like, because even to be like, oh, I'm going to go do that. Like, I don't know. It genuinely has to feel so random, and then it kind of just reminds me that I have free will, and I'm choosing everything that I do because I can continue to choose anything and everything. But it does really help to just show your body that you don't have to be improving, you can just be and learning something new. And so the thing with, like, the drawing, it's like you're starting and then you're like, oh, I don't know how to do this. You look up a tutorial. Like, you're just learning all these things out of curiosity as you're going about the process. And that's how I want any mindset work or anything to feel for myself and you. Like, you're just looking at these out of curiosity, and you're not like, oh, I have to do this, because I still love it. I still love those podcasts. I still love all of those things. I cycle through, but I'm going to practice never doing it just because I feel like I have to. Like, like, oh, I should be listening to this right now. I should be fixing myself. That's sort of what I want in the butt. And really focus on the notion that I don't have to fix myself to live the life of my dreams. I have to remember that I'm already whole, and then I will be in my dream life. And there will always be things that you desire, but those desires and the accumulation of those desires will never be what gives you more importance or less importance. Okay? So that's why do we stop feeling alive? Stop trying to fix yourself. Feel alive by doing random things, remembering you're choosing everything. You're not going to be stuck if you can't fix your way out of it. You're going to be stuck as long as you believe that you have the ability to be stuck. So that is where I will leave you all today. Don't forget that there are 2 different ways you can directly work with me. And then there's also the Kitchen Sink series, which is a 21-day self-paced audio about self-trust and gaining self-trust. And yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video. I think the next one will sort of be about how you have the responsibility of feeling alive. And when you were younger, someone else took that responsibility and allowed you to play in this childlike way. And now you have the responsibility to build the playground and play on it. So be on the lookout for that next, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.